54 million Americans live with disabilities.
Adults with disabilities experience violence and abuse at least twice as often as people without disabilities.
90% of people with developmental disabilities will be physically or sexually abused in their lifetime.
Violence committed against persons with disabilities is a frequently unrecognized and unreported problem that has reached epidemic proportions in the United States.
We must work together to stop abuse committed against persons with disabilities. Law enforcement, adult protective services, persons with disabilities, advocates, medical and service providers, families, all of us.
All of us. In Massachusetts, we are working together to stop abuse of persons with disabilities.
Over 10 years ago, we started the Building Partnerships for the Protection of Persons with Disabilities initiative to effectively address violence committed against persons with disabilities.
We're using a multidisciplinary approach to provide persons with disabilities the same rights and protection as the public at large,
including equal access to the criminal justice system.
One of our projects is the video you are about to see, Awareness in Action. This video is designed to educate persons with disabilities and others on how to recognize,
report,
and respond to abuse.
Hello, my name is Kristen McCosh. As a person with a disability, I'm here to speak with you today about an issue that's very important, but it's also something difficult to talk about: abuse. According to a recent report, people with disabilities are more likely to be the victims of violent crime than people without disabilities. This video is part of a training project developed by people with and without disabilities. Our goal is to help you learn about abuse, how to recognize abuse, where to report abuse, and how to respond to abuse so you get the necessary help if it does happen. Learning about abuse and how to recognize it is the first step to stopping abuse. Abuse is a very real problem. Persons with disabilities and others need the skills to be ready to respond to abuse if it happens. Abuse is not always easy to describe. For our video, we are going to agree that abuse is when a person with a disability is physically or emotionally hurt by another person. Today, we are going to be talking about 5 common types of abuse: physical abuse, sexual abuse, neglect, verbal abuse, and financial abuse. We have stories to show you examples of these common types of abuse. Each story was based on an actual report of abuse that happened to someone. These stories can be difficult to watch. It's upsetting to see someone being hurt. So it's important for you to know that all of the people you will see in these videos are actors and actresses. Nobody was hurt when we filmed these stories. If you have trouble watching these videos, or think it might be hard for you to watch them alone, ask a friend, a person you trust, to watch them with you. The first story we're going to watch is about physical abuse. When people hear the word abuse, most people think of physical abuse. We might think of hitting, punching, kicking, or even being pushed. These are all examples of physical abuse. Other examples can include grabbing, burning someone, or throwing something at someone. Physical abuse often leaves marks on the skin, breaks bones, or causes other injuries. These injuries are often warning signs of abuse. Warning signs are things we notice about someone that gives us a clue that they might be being abused. When you're watching this video, pay attention. See if you notice any warning signs of physical abuse. Some of those signs are unexplained bruises or red marks on the skin, bruises or marks on several parts of the body, a bruise in a familiar shape, such as a hand or belt buckle, burns shaped like objects, such as an iron or a cigarette, bite marks. When you watch this video, pay attention. See if you can find any of these warning signs. The story you're about to see is about Mark and John, 2 brothers who live together in an apartment. John provides caregiving support for Mark. Mark, who has a disability, is 19 years old and in his last year of high school.
Hey Mark, what happened? Fell off the skateboard again? Yeah.
Go ahead and get changed. You're already a bit late. Whoa, hey Mark. Thought you said no big deal.
Yeah.
Come here a minute.
Come on.
These are nasty bruises, Mark. What? Can I look at your ankle,
No.
please? Okay. Whoa. What? What happened?
My brother, John. Just because I live with him now, he thinks he's the boss, but I don't want to talk about it.
Mark, hold on a minute. I've never seen you so upset. This isn't like you. You know you can trust me. Are you willing to talk about this with me?
Yes, I am.
What's really going on?
My brother John was very upset yesterday.
Come on, time to get moving, man. And turn that thing off. You know it makes me crazy. Mark, get up. Didn't you learn your lesson last week? Don't make me do that again. You're not gonna like it. Trust me. That's it. You just keep asking for it, don't you? One of these days you're gonna learn. You got 5 minutes. Now move.
Mark, it's not okay that your brother treats you that way. Even if he was mad, he hurt you. That's not okay. It's never okay to hurt people. It's abuse. Sounds like this has happened before. We have to tell someone about this. We have to make sure you're safe.
No. We can't tell anyone about this. Then I'll really be in trouble. He'll kick me out like he always says. And then what am I gonna do? I'll have no place to go, no place to live. Who'll take care of that kind of stuff? We can't tell anyone, please.
Your brother doesn't have the right to treat you like this. Just because he's helping to take care of you doesn't mean he can treat you any way he wants. No matter how hard he works or how frustrated he is. He abused you. We have to stop it now and get help for both of you so this doesn't happen again. Mark, part of my job is to make sure that my students are safe. And if I ever think that someone is hurt at home or by someone that cares for them, I have to report it. It's called being a mandated reporter. Reporting this to Adult Protective Services is not about getting your brother in trouble. It's about making sure you're safe. Okay?
Okay, Mr. Nelson. Thanks.
Okay then. This is what's going to happen next.
Let's talk about what we just saw. This was not an argument or disagreement between brothers. It was abuse and also a crime. John slapped, punched, dragged, and kicked Mark. These are examples of physical abuse and examples of a crime. When Mark went to school, he was late and using the wall to help him walk. One of his teachers, Mr. Nelson, noticed some of the warning signs of physical abuse that we talked about earlier. He could see that Mark was limping and had bruises on both of his ankles. He also noticed that Mark was not acting himself. There was a change in his behavior. Mr. Nelson recognized something was wrong and asked Mark about it. Mark didn't want to talk to Mr. Nelson at first. Mark agreed to speak with Mr. Nelson because he knew him and thought he was a safe person to talk to. He is someone Mark trusted. Mr. Nelson told Mark something very important. He told Mark that he was a mandated reporter. Mandated reporters are people who are required by law to report if they suspect someone with a disability is being abused. Some of the people who are mandated reporters are teachers, service coordinators, residential staff, work support staff, police officers, doctors, and nurses. Think about who the mandated reporters are in your life. You can tell any of these people if you or someone you know is being abused, and they should help you get the help you need to be safe and to make sure the abuse stops. In addition to recognizing abuse, reporting abuse is an important step to stopping abuse. But sometimes people have a hard time reporting. Think about Mark. He didn't want Mr. Nelson to call anyone. He was afraid his brother would kick him out of the house and he'd have no place to live. When I talk about reporting abuse, I'm talking about telling a trusted person, telling a mandated reporter, calling Adult Protective Services, calling your local police on 911 in an emergency or when a crime has been committed. Adult Protective Services is an agency responsible for investigating abuses against adults with disabilities. Sometimes, just like with Mark, people have a hard time reporting abuse when it happens. There are a lot of reasons why people have a hard time reporting abuse. Maybe they're afraid of the person abusing them. Maybe they are worried that they will be blamed for what happened, or that nobody will believe them. Maybe they're feeling guilty about what happened, or don't want to get the abuser in trouble. There are many reasons why it is difficult to report abuse. It's okay to ask for help to report abuse. You can call Adult Protective Services to report abuse yourself, or call your local police on 911. But if you want or need help, think about asking a person you trust or a mandated reporter.
Report abuse by calling the Disabled Persons Protection Commission, DPPC's 24-hour hotline at 1-800-426-9009 or TTY at 1-888-822-0350. You can also visit their website at www.mass.gov/DPPC. And remember to call 911 or your local police in an emergency or if a crime has been committed.
The most important thing is to report the abuse. Nobody deserves to be abused. You have the power to report abuse and put a stop to it. The next type of abuse we are going to talk about is sexual abuse. Sexual abuse is when someone touches, looks at, or hurts you in a private place on your body without your permission, or forces you to touch them or look at them in a private place on their body. Our private places are our breasts, vagina, penis, anus, and buttocks. This next video is a story about Janice. Janice has an intellectual disability and is also blind. She has support staff at home who help her with things like meals, shopping, cleaning, medication, and budgeting. During the day, Janice works as a receptionist. Before we watch the video, let's talk about some of the warning signs that might help us recognize sexual abuse. Changes in behavior, stained underwear, torn clothing, a stained bed or bedding, difficulty sitting or walking, bruising on the upper inner thighs or in private areas like the penis, vagina, or breasts, avoiding certain people, vaginal infections, sexually transmitted diseases, bleeding from the vagina or rectum, or loss of appetite or weight gain. When you're watching the video, see if you notice any of these warning signs. Remember, the scenes are graphic and difficult to watch, but no one was hurt during the filming. These are actresses and actors playing a part.
The Cavaliers came up with a surprise upset, beating the Bullets 108-99. The Lakers had no trouble with the Rockets, winning 124-88. The Nuggets just got by the Knicks, 114-112. The Supersonics devastated the Jazz, 106-78.
I just wanted to help you with your groceries.
Bucks, 98-94.
You smell good. Do you want to hang with dinner?
I'm fine. I can do it by myself.
Okay, as you wish.
Boxing title is on the line tonight in Vegas. Sammy the Buster weighs in at 212 pounds even. He has a 2-inch.
Are you sure you don't need help?
I said I'm fine. I can do it by myself.
I just have to tell you, you look so hot today. I can't take my eyes off of you. You know you're driving me crazy, right? This top looks so good on you. Did you wear it just for me?
Stop it! You're bothering me. I don't like when you say those things. Don't look at me. Go away.
Janice. How's it going? Hey, Janice. What are you doing? Are you going out back for lunch?
I'm not hungry.
What is your favorite? Pepperoni pizza?
No thanks.
Okay. More for me.
Marco, can I talk to you?
Of course you can, Janice. Come in. I'm going to close the door so we have some privacy.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Uh-huh.
Tell me what's going on.
Carl keeps touching me. I'm scared. He keeps touching me. I tell him to stop, but he won't stop.
Where is he touching you?
He sometimes hurts me in my private areas, and he says it's a secret, and he says not to tell anyone.
Have you reported this to anyone? The police? Anyone at home?
They won't believe me. They all like Carl. He's everybody's favorite.
I believe you. Janice, what Carl is doing is abuse. It's against the law, and it's not okay. And you did the right thing by telling me. When was the last time he hurt you?
Last night, he said some weird things to me, and I was cleaning up after dinner, and he grabbed me.
Then what happened?
He touched me down here.
Okay, right now our job is to make sure you're safe and make sure Carl can't hurt you. We need to call the police and Adult Protective Services, and they can help make sure that Carl never hurts you again. Then we need to go to the hospital where there are specially trained nurses called SANE nurses. And you'll need to be very honest with them, tell them exactly what happened so that they can give you the medical attention you need.
Are you sure? He said nobody would believe me.
I believe you. If you want, I can make the call for you. But if you want to tell them yourself exactly what's been going on, I'll stay here with you and I'll support you while you make the call.
You'll stay with me?
Absolutely. Let's call right now.
Okay.
Good afternoon, Adult Protective Services 24-hour hotline. This call is being recorded. How can I help you?
Carl's touched me again. He won't stop hurting me.
Well, you've called the right place. I need to ask you some questions about what happened so that I could provide you with the necessary protective services. Take as much time as you need, and if you don't know the answer, it's okay. We'll just move on to the next question. Are you ready to begin?
Okay.
What is your name? Thank you, Janice. What is your address?
That was upsetting to watch. Did you notice any warning signs that indicated Janice was a victim of abuse? Janice didn't want to eat. She didn't want to talk to people or go to lunch with her friends. She seemed very sad when she was sitting at her desk. All of these things are changes in Janice's typical behavior. Janice was in a tough situation. She knew what Carl was doing to her was wrong, but he told her that nobody would believe her if she said anything. He told her to keep it a secret. We should never keep abuse a secret. One of the ways to stop abuse is to tell someone, to report it. Janice did the right thing. She told Margot, her supervisor at work, what Carl was doing to her. Janice went to Margot because she is a trusted person in Janice's life. Think about the trusted people in your life. Who are they? Are they family? Someone at work? A good friend? What about your doctor? We should all know who the trusted people are in our lives. The people we can talk to if we need help or need to report abuse. Margot was able to help Janice in a number of ways. She helped her call Adult Protective Services so Janice could report the abuse and get the help she needs, such as medical treatment, a safe living environment, and counseling services. Adult Protective Services can help people who have been abused in a lot of ways. They respond by making sure the person is safe and by getting them the help they need to recover. Margot also talked to Janice about calling the police because Carl committed a crime. In addition to talking about recognizing abuse and reporting abuse, it is also important to talk about how to respond to abuse. So, let's talk about responding to sexual abuse. When someone is sexually abused, it is important to get medical help as soon as possible. Margot talked to Janice about going to the hospital and being examined by a sexual assault nurse examiner, otherwise known as a SANE nurse. They are nurses who have been specially trained to help people who are victims of sexual abuse. If you or someone you know is sexually abused, it is very important to protect evidence. Do not take a shower or bath after the abuse. Do not wash the clothes you were wearing when it happened. And do not wash your sheets or bedding if it happened in your bedroom. In addition to getting medical help and protecting evidence, it is very important to help a person who has been sexually abused to deal with emotional trauma. It is also very important to get counseling. When Janice called to report the abuse to Adult Protective Services, the operator began to ask her questions. If you call to report abuse, the person you talk to will have a lot of questions. They need to find out what happened so they can get the right help for you or the person who has been abused. Some of the questions they will probably ask are the name, address, and phone numbers of the people involved. What happened? How was the person hurt? It's okay if you don't know the answer to some of the questions. It's okay to say, I don't know. The next common type of abuse we are going to talk about is neglect. Neglect happens when a caregiver does not provide care or support and a person is harmed as a result. For instance, if someone does not give you your medication and you have a seizure as a result, that is neglect. If you need help showering and the person who helps you walks out of the room and you fall and injure yourself, that is neglect. In this video, we are going to meet Mike. He is a young man with a physical disability who uses an electric wheelchair. Mike has a job in his town and gets transportation assistance. Bob, who is a driver for the transportation company, drives Mike and several other people to their jobs each day.
Mary has to be to work at 9. I'll do my best to get you to work on time, Mary. If only Paul would... Come on, everybody. Let's go. If we hurry, we can still make it.
Bob, are you ready yet? I don't want to be late.
Mary, okay. Just a second. I'm having a problem here. Bear with me, will you?
I don't want to get into trouble. Bob!
Mike, we gotta get moving. This stupid latch is screwed up again. We have to get Mary to work. It's just down the road. Look, I'll fix it as soon as we get there. Let's just get moving, okay?
I don't think it's a good idea.
We'll be fine. We'll be fine. It's not that far, and I'll fix it as soon as we get there.
Yeah, but...
It's all right. Take it easy. We're still gonna get there. Is everyone okay? Mike? I can't believe he's just driving away.
My neck.
Mike? We've had an accident. I need an ambulance. Mike is still in the van. I think he's hurt.
Okay, Bob, so can you tell me what happened here?
We were in a hurry. Mary was going to be late for work. I was having trouble getting Mike's wheelchair secured in the van. It's been a problem before. I thought we'd be fine. We were going to drop Mary off at work, and then I was going to fix it. I never thought anything like this was going to happen. We never even made it out of the parking lot.
Okay, Bob, it sounds like you were under a lot of pressure, but what you did was against the law and a form of abuse.
Abuse? I would never abuse Mike or anyone else.
By law, all passengers are supposed to be properly seatbelted in.
I told you it was an accident. I was gonna fix it as soon as we got married to work. I never wanted anyone to get hurt.
I hear what you're saying, Bob, and I know that you didn't mean to hurt Mike on purpose or intentionally break the law. But as the driver, it's your responsibility to make sure that all of your passengers are safely seatbelted in. You knew the wheelchair wasn't properly secured, and when you drove off without correcting it, you put Mike at risk. As a police officer, I am a mandated reporter, and I have to report this incident to Adult Protective Services. It is neglect, and it is a form of abuse. I'm sorry.
He's alert, but to be safe, I'm gonna go get a gurney and then bring him to the hospital.
Okay, thank you. Mike, I'm really sorry that this happened to you, and I know that you said that Bob didn't mean to hurt you on purpose, but it was his responsibility as the driver to make sure that he did everything to make sure that you were safe. When he drove off and he knew that the wheelchair was not secure, he put you at risk, and that's neglect, and it is a form of abuse. So if someone is supposed to be helping you and they're not doing their job, or they're doing something that could hurt you, then you have the right to report that. So I'm going to give you this card. This is the number to Adult Protective Services. You call that number anytime and someone will answer the phone and they can help you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What did you notice that was different here from the other stories we've seen so far? Bob, the van driver, and the abuser, did not seem like a bad guy. Everyone, including Mike, liked Bob, and Bob thought he was doing the right thing, getting everyone to work on time. The problem was, Bob did not do something he was supposed to do. He didn't lock Mike's wheelchair, and as a result, Mike got hurt. Bob knew that he was supposed to make sure that Mike was safe in the van by strapping in his wheelchair. That was his responsibility. Mike even questioned Bob and said he didn't think it was a good idea to leave his wheelchair unbuckled. But Bob didn't listen. When Bob drove the van without Mike being strapped in, he was not doing his job. He was not keeping Mike safe, and he was neglecting Mike. Neglect is abuse. Caregivers have things they are supposed to do to keep you safe. It is different for each person. Maybe they are responsible for helping you with your medication, helping you shower or shave, helping you to put on sunscreen, making meals, or turning you in bed. If a caregiver does not do something that is their job and you are injured as a result, they have neglected you. Some common warning signs of neglect are dehydration, not enough water, malnutrition, not enough food, lack of supervision, skin rashes or bed sores, injuries due to accidents, just like Mike, lack of clothing or not properly dressed for weather conditions, lack of needed adaptive equipment, including a wheelchair, walker, or hearing aid. In our video, a police officer gave Mike the number to Adult Protective Services so he could call to report abuse himself. Remember, you have the power to report abuse and put an end to it. You do not need anyone's permission to make a report. And if something doesn't feel right, speaking up is the right thing to do, even if you're not sure if it is abuse. If we don't report abuse, the abuse can continue, and other people can be put at risk too. The next type of abuse we're going to talk about is verbal abuse. Verbal abuse can be tough to describe. It happens when a caregiver threatens you or tries to hurt you or control you by making you feel bad. It could be someone yelling at you and calling you names and making you feel bad about yourself. It could be someone threatening to hurt you or saying they will take things away like food, clothes, or things you need unless you do what they want. In this next video, we are going to meet Mary. She lives in an apartment with a roommate. Mary has a seizure disorder, so she has a personal care attendant who comes to her apartment to help her with a couple of things such as organizing her medication and bathing. When you watch Mary's story, pay attention. See if you can find any of the warning signs of verbal abuse. When someone is verbally abused, you might see changes in their behavior. They might seem upset or confused. Maybe they cry more often or become very quiet. They might stay away from certain people or events they used to like. Sometimes they gain or lose weight. See if you notice any of these warning signs and changes in Mary's behavior.
Hi, Cal. Come in.
Hi, Mary. How you doing?
Hi, I'm good. I'm glad you're here to help me. I want to take my bath early so I can get ready for tonight's self-advocates meeting.
Sure, whatever. That's fine.
Okay, so I'm gonna get all my stuff together now.
Good idea. We don't need a repeat of yesterday, and I need to be out of here on time. I got things to do today, so no delays today, okay, Mary?
Okay, I'll let you know when I get started.
I'll be waiting.
So the lucky winners of this past week.
The pair came forward to claim their $11 million prize this morning and face the media. Tom Banks is an electrician and says for the time being his plans are to keep working, but only after a 3-month vacation. Harriet Banks says she and her husband plan to donate a sizable amount to charity.
Sunny skies today with brisk easterly
Okay,
winds.
Cal, I'm
Expect
ready
a high
now.
of 52
Do you
degrees.
have everything?
Clear tonight with a low.
Yep, I'm all set.
Tomorrow?
Are you sure?
And slightly warmer temperatures.
Yes,
With
I
the
have
winds from the south at
everything.
17 miles
I
per
checked.
hour.
I have
It's currently
everything.
40.
Well, I hope you're right. You forgot your shampoo yesterday, and I had to stop everything and find it for you.
I'm sure I have everything.
I don't want to waste my time again like that. Okay, where's the skin lotion? I don't see it.
It's right there.
I'm so tired of this. Every time. This is ridiculous. Can't you do anything right? What's wrong with you? I told you, I do not want to be wasting my time. What is wrong with you? Are you completely useless or just plain stupid? Now, I'm going to have to go get it. And don't you dare move until I get back. And don't you even think about getting into that tub, or I promise you, you will regret it.
I know. I'm not stupid.
Hey, Mary.
Are you okay? You don't look so good. You didn't go to meeting last night.
Yeah.
I heard you talking in your sleep. I heard you crying, Mary. You look awful. Are you sick?
No, it's Cal. She's so mean to me. I can't stop thinking about it. She called me stupid. I only need her here in case if I have a seizure. Just because she helps me, it's not okay for her to be mean to me.
What happened?
She came to help me with my bath, and I forgot my skin cream. So she started yelling at me and telling me that I never do anything right. She was so mean to me, she scared me. I didn't want to go to my meeting last night. I don't even want to go to work today.
She cannot do that. That's not okay.
I'm sick of it. I don't want to come into the house anymore.
Nobody has the right to treat you that way. That's abuse.
No, She didn't hit me. She just said mean things to me. It's not abuse. Abuse can't be words too. It's not okay for someone who helps us to yell or swear or call us names. So what can I do? I don't want her to come here anymore. We need to get you help. You can't fire her. Then you have to report it so she doesn't do that again.
That was a tough story to watch. Carol was a cruel person. Her words hurt Mary. Verbal abuse is more than just yelling. It's someone using words to hurt you, or scare you, or threaten you. Did you notice some of the warning signs of verbal abuse with Mary? After Carol yelled at her and threatened her, Mary was too upset to go to her self-advocates meeting. She couldn't sleep, she tossed and turned during the night, and in the morning she didn't brush her hair. All of these changes in Mary's behavior were warning signs of abuse. Mary's roommate, Cindy, noticed something was wrong. She didn't ignore it. Cindy was a trusted person to Mary, and Cindy gave us a very good example of how to listen and how to report abuse if it happens. Let's talk about how Cindy responded when she found out Mary was being abused. Cindy noticed a change in Mary. Cindy asked Mary what was wrong. When Mary told her about the abuse, Cindy stayed calm. She was a careful listener. She supported Mary and believed her. She did not ask lots of questions. She told Mary that what Carol was doing was abuse. And she told Mary how to report the abuse to Adult Protective Services. She also stayed with Mary while she made the report to support Mary. If you want to respond effectively to abuse like Cindy, it's important to stay calm, listen, don't investigate or ask a lot of questions. Get help by telling a trusted person, a mandated reporter, calling Adult Protective Services, or your local police or 911. And stay with the person so the person is safe. The last type of abuse we are going to talk about today is financial abuse. Financial abuse happens when someone takes or uses your money or belongings without your permission. Financial abuse is stealing. If someone took your credit card and bought something for themselves without your permission, if someone took your clothes or jewelry or Social Security checks, these are examples of financial abuse. In this last video, we are going to meet David. David has a disability. He lives with 3 housemates and has staff that help him 24 hours a day. When you're watching David's story, pay attention for warning signs of financial abuse. Here are some examples. When money or belongings disappear, when someone always has to pay for others when they go out to dinner, when a rep payee doesn't provide money or things a person needs, when receipts are not kept correctly or are always missing. Let's take a look at David's story.
Hey, Amanda.
Hey, Gina.
You ready to head out with David?
Oh, yeah.
David says he mostly needs work clothes, some nice jeans or pants, maybe a couple of button-down shirts. And his cousin's wedding is next month. So if you come across a nice jacket and dress pants, feel free to pick those up.
Okay.
You know his sizes, right?
Yeah.
Oh, and can you save the receipts for me?
Leave them in here in the envelope?
Sure, that'd be great.
Okay.
Thanks. David, you ready to head out with Amanda?
Okay, Gina. See you later.
You guys have fun.
Hey, David. What do you think about this one?
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, your total is $44.95, please. Out of 50. Okay, your change is $5.05.
Thank you.
Thank you. And have a nice day.
You too. back, finally. Hey, why don't you have a seat and I'll put this away.
A 9-year-old Metro girl has a new lease on life thanks to surgery at the hospital for sick children. Tracy Hooper was given the liver of a 9-year-old
Accident victim in a 4-hour operation.
Hooper is in critical condition, normal after such an operation. Her condition is monitored for 72 hours to see if there's any sign of organ rejection. Rick Manson's world motion tour is over, and what a success it was. Manson skateboarded across Canada in the month of March, raising over $14 million to fight heart disease. He covered over 5,000.
Hi, Joey. Class out already? Yeah, get there in about 10 minutes. Hey, just left Styleplex, and I got you a great outfit for your job interview next week. You are going to look really, really good. I got you some other stuff too, but I'll talk to you about that when I get home. Okay. Okay. 14, 30.
Good morning, David. How are you? Have you thought about what you'd like to wear today?
Okay.
What about one of your new outfits? Let's see what we've got in here. Oh, this one looks nice. What do you think? Oh, there's a stain on it. We'll have to take it back. That happens sometimes. Here's another nice one.
Okay.
How about a pair of jeans? Frugal consignments? What is this? Another one. David, are these the clothes you and Amanda bought yesterday?
Yeah.
I think we might have to make a phone call. We might have a problem here. Do you mind if we pick out your outfit later after we make the phone call?
Okay.
Hi, it's Mike.
Hi, Mike. Gina Curran. You got a minute?
Yeah, hi, Gina. Sure, what's up?
I think we might have a problem.
Yeah, go ahead.
Amanda took David clothes shopping and submitted receipts from a store in the mall. When we were picking out his outfit this morning, we found stains on his shirt and then tags from a consignment store on the other clothes. I think she might have bought used clothing and submitted false receipts. That's stealing. Should I call the police?
Yes, Gina, you should definitely call the local police. If she did this, it's a crime and it's abuse. Besides calling the local police, you should also call Adult Protective Services. If Amanda stole from David, it's a criminal matter, so let's make sure the right people handle it.
Okay, Mike. Thanks for talking to me. David and I will talk about it and then we'll make those phone calls.
Okay, sounds good. Keep me posted.
Okay.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Let's talk about what we just watched. Amanda took David shopping for clothes. She took him to a consignment store and bought used clothes for him. Then Amanda took the rest of David's money and bought clothes for her son at an expensive store using David's money. Amanda stole David's money, and to hide it, she gave Gina, the house manager, the receipts for the clothes she bought for her son. She also ripped the tags off the used clothes she bought for David to hide her theft. When Gina was helping David pick out his clothes for the day, She noticed first that there were stains on one shirt, and second, that Amanda left a couple of price tags on David's clothes. And these price tags were from the used clothing store. Stealing is a type of abuse, and it is also a crime. Financial abuse should be reported to Adult Protective Services and to the police.
Report abuse by calling the Disabled Persons Protection Commission, DPPC's 24-hour hotline at 1-800-426-9009 or TTY at 1-888-822-0350. You can also visit their website at www.mass.gov/DPPC. And remember to call 911 or your local police in an emergency or if a crime has been committed.
Gina was the person who noticed the warning signs. Gina was also the trusted person and mandated reporter who offered to help David report the abuse. We've talked about a lot of important things today. We've learned how to recognize, report, and respond to abuse. Learning about abuse is the first step to stopping abuse. People with disabilities don't deserve to be abused and have the power to do something about abuse when it happens. Once we recognize abuse, we must report it. We can report abuse ourselves, or we can ask a trusted person or a mandated reporter to help us. Take a minute to think again about who are the trusted people and mandated reporters in your life. We can report abuse by calling Adult Protective Services. In an emergency, or if a crime has been committed, you can also call 911 or your local police. Here are the numbers to call in your state.
Report abuse by calling the Disabled Persons Protection Commission, DPPC's 24-hour hotline at 1-800-426-9009 or TTY at 1-888-822-0350. You can also visit their website at www.mass.gov/DPPC. And remember to call 911 or your local police in an emergency or if a crime has been committed.
We hope this video has been helpful. It's up to all of us to work together to provide people with disabilities the opportunity to live a life that is free of abuse. Thank you. Craig Smith was taken from us by cancer on May 27, 2010. Craig was a very special person who loved life, loved helping people, and was loved by everyone who knew him. Craig lived self-advocacy. One of Craig's main goals was to make the world a better place for all people with disabilities. He enjoyed his life as a trainer of support staff and self-advocates, and was looking forward to continuing this role. He was a founder of Massachusetts Advocates Standing Strong and its first chairperson. Craig was a true leader in many ways, who cherished his family and friends, and will be fondly remembered by all.